دكتور منى حضرتِك جاهزة؟
ايوه حضرتك سامعاني كده؟
الصوت حلو أوي، نتوكل على الله ونبتدي إن شاء الله، تتفضلي حضرتِك.
حاضر يا فندم، ابتدي على طول؟
نتوكل على الله، هنقفل بقى نقفل الميكروفونات
حضرتك
تشريف بعد
الكاميرا
إذنك
بس يا
يا
دكتورة.
دكتورة هبة ممكن تفتحي الكاميرا عندي لو تسمحي يا دكتورة؟ ممكن حضرتك تفتحي لي الكاميرا؟
حاضر يا فندم، حاضر. هو حضرتك تقدر من عندك يا باشمهندس تفتح تعمل ستارت الفيديو من عند حضرتك.
مش قادر يا دكتور.
مش قابل
مش قابل يعني.
طب اديني بالظبط ثواني. حاضر.
تمام.
كده
تمام كده يا فندم، خلاص.
تمام. نتوكل على الله. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. نتوكل على الله.
ازيك يا دكتور هشام؟ بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. في البداية يطيب لي أن أرحب بالأستاذ الدكتور هشام الأنشاصي، أحد أبناء المدينة والأستاذ الباحث بقسم تطوير الصناعات بمعهد بحوث الهندسة الوراثية. كما يطيب لي أن أتوجه بالشكر للأستاذ الدكتور حسين درويش القائم بأعمال رئيس المركز القومي للبحوث على مشاركته لي في الرعاية لهذا الحدث. كما أقوم بتقديم الأستاذ الدكتور عبير عبد الوهاب عميد معهد الهندسة الوراثية أن تقدم لنا نبذة بسيطة ومختصرة عن الأستاذ الدكتور هشام الأنشاصي وما قام به على مجال سنين عمره الطويلة والقادمة إن شاء الله بإذن الله. ربنا يديله الصحة وطولة العمر. دكتورة عبير اتفضلي حضرتك.
السلام عليكم. السلام عليكم. ازيك يا دكتور هشام؟ طبعا الدكتور هشام الأنشاصي هو ابن المدينة البار، وهو أستاذ بقسم تطوير الصناعات بمعهد بحوث الهندسة الوراثية الذي لم يبخل بمجهوده وعلمه بمساعدة العديد من الباحثين بالمدينة. ما فيش مرة احتاجنا الدكتور هشام الأنشاصي غير إن هو كان بيساعد المدينة وبيشارك معانا في العديد من المساهمات في المؤتمرات وفي ورش العمل وفي أي حاجة بصراحة نطلبها منه. لو انا جيت اتكلمت ان دلوقتي كتير جدا على الدكتور هشام مش هقدر ان انا اوفي له فعلا حقه والمجهود اللي هو بيعمله معانا. فانا لو انا هتكلم نبذه بسيطه بس عن الدكتور هشام الأنشاصي، فالدكتور هشام الأنشاصي زي ما قلت دلوقتي ان هو استاذ بقسم تطوير الصناعات بمعهد بحوث الهندسه الوراثيه، كما هو يشغل حاليا منصب مدير معهد تطوير المنتجات الحيويه IBG واستاذ تطوير الصناعات الحيويه والهندسه الكيميائيه والطاقه بكليه الهندسه بالجامعه التكنولوجيه UTM بدوله ماليزيا. حصل الدكتور هشام الأنشاصي على درجتي البكالوريوس والماجستير في مجال الميكروبيولوجي بجامعه عين شمس، كما حصل على درجه الدكتوراه والماجستير في مجال التكنولوجيا الحيويه الصناعيه 1998 من جامعه براون بألمانيا. حصل ايضا على درجه الماجستير في تكنولوجيا الاداره بجامعه UTM بدوله ماليزيا عام 2012. الدكتور هشام أدرج اسمه من ضمن قائمة ستانفورد الأفضل 2% من علماء العالم على مجمل إنتاجه العلمي في 2020. له العديد من الأبحاث العلمية المنشورة التي تجاوزت 350 بحثا، سواء كانت أبحاث وفصول في كتب علمية. يشغل منصب محرر في العديد من المجالات العلمية العالمية، بالإضافة إلى أنه محرر في CRC للنشر في الولايات الأمريكية. له أكثر من 100 محاضرة افتتاحية في العديد من المؤتمرات الدولية. تجاوزت خبرته 30 عاما في مجال تطوير الصناعات الحيوية. حصل على أكثر من 50 منحة دولية في مجال الصناعة وفي التكنولوجيا الحيوية، وحصل على أفضل تعاون علمي صناعي من جامعة UTM عام 2018. بالإضافة طبعا أن فريق العمل بتاعه كان من أفضل الفرق التي تشمل التي فيها تعاون مع الصناعة، اللي هي البايو ايكونومي بماليزيا عام 2012 و2017. عمل استشاري لشركات التكنولوجيا الحيوية في مصر وبلجيكا واليونان والولايات الأمريكية والصين وماليزيا صراحه انا يعني مش عارفه، يعني في عندي صفحات مش عارفه اقعد اتكلم اقول ايه ولا ايه على دكتور هشام، بس يعني دي نبذه بسيطه جدا. بس هقدم دلوقتي مثلا هقول المحاضره اللي هو دلوقتي هيسعدنا ويشرفنا ان هو هيلقيها. العنوان المحاضره على تحت عنوان Financial Stability for Research Organization Using Triple Helix Framework Business Model. اتفضل دكتور هشام، سعدنا وتشرفنا طبعا ان حضرتك تبدا معانا، وان شاء الله تكون محاضره مفيده وليها فايده كتيره جدا، ويكون فيها حوار بيننا وبين حضرتك واسئله وان شاء الله تفيدنا بخبره حضرتك العديده. شكرا دكتور هشام.
شكرا جزيلا دكتوره عبير. شكرا طبعا الاخت الفاضله دكتوره منى رئيسه المدينه. اتشرف ان انا اكون النهارده معاكم في المدينه، والدكتوره عبير عميده المعهد. يعني شرف ليا ان انا اكون @هوم النهارده، والمركز القومي للبحوث بيتنا الكبير اللي طول عمرنا كنا فيه بنسعد بيه لغايه النهارده. If you allow me, just I'm going to speak in English because if you have some participants, he came in the Zoom today. Once I just put in my Facebook, I have a couple of friends. I see them from Pakistan, from Algeria, and also maybe a couple from Malaysia here. Therefore, I'm going to speak in bilingual a little bit, in English and in Arabic. If there is any question here and there, we're going to discuss in Arabic or in English. أنا هتكلم بس بداية عامة عن فكرة المحاضرة بالعربي عشان بعض الزملاء يدخلوا بس معايا في المود. أنا مش بتكلم النهاردة كساينتست، أنا بتكلم النهاردة as a pure management بالنسبة لإدارة الهيئات البحثية، وبنقل بعض الخبرة اللي أخذتها هنا من نتيجة أن أنا بقالي حاليا 5 سنوات مدير معهد تطوير صناعة التكنولوجيا الحيوية، وحاصل على ماجستير في الإدارة في إدارة التكنولوجيا. النهاردة على مستوى العالم كله في حاجة مهمة جدا الناس لازم تاخد بالها منها، إن الفاينانشال سستينابيلتي جزء لا يتجزأ من الإدارة، وإن ده شيء مهم بالنسبة عشان استمرارية أي مركز بحثي. فإن شاء الله we're going to start. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. We're going to talk about financial sustainability for research organization using what you call triple helix frame business model. When we're talking about triple helix, people think usually about the innovation only, but there is another triple helix. This same triple helix we can use for business models. I'm going to talk about introduction, about the basic research, industrial research, and translational research. We're going to talk about the financial sustainability and academia and quadruple helix and beyond. And we talk about translational research, the value of death, how we mean with the value of death here. And we have working with industry, from collaboration to integration, how to collaborate with industry effectively. And then I'm going to represent as a hint about our institutes here, IBD, as a research institute, research and financial performance model. As everybody knows, that's about when you're talking about as a big picture, think about the big picture, about the economy. Once we work in academia or a research organization, we need to deliver something to our economy. There are 4 main things about different types of economy. You have natural resource-based economy, like those countries have natural resources, oil and gas and others. The second one, which is agriculture-based economy. And the third one is industrial-based economy. And then the most important one, knowledge-based economy. Whereas any country now in the world, they are proud to say, we have high integration within our GDP with the knowledge-based economy, and the degree of share of the knowledge-based economy in the total country GDP directly indicate the level of development. And who developed this knowledge-based economy? Research organization and university. They are the main driver of this one. For this, why we need knowledge-based economy companies, which is increased intellectual capital of the country, competitiveness, shifting from brain drain to brain rotation. Once we have this type of industry in a country, there's no brain drain. We're going to have a brain rotations. People from Germany come to Egypt, from Egypt go to Germany, and it's going to be rotated, not just the brain drain, because we're going to be a magnet for talent. Generate workplace for knowledge workers and simultaneously generate many other workplace for mid-skilled and low-skilled workers as a spot of light in development model. Once you have knowledge workers, they're going to hire around them low-skill and mid-skilled workers, increase economic integration in international economy, and transform the country from passive to active industrial player in high-tech industry framework. Now come to the point. When you talk about the research in any research organization or university, we have a basic research, which is fundamental research to develop new theory, high added value to the scientific society. Need more research to be converted to business value or to solve a problem in the society. For many years, we have different research organizations focusing only on the basic research. But nowadays, many countries, they don't have this access anymore. They cannot fund the basic research. Especially, I think everyone knows about the crisis after COVID. Most of the money go to the health sector. And it's not only in Egypt or in Malaysia, in many countries worldwide. They're just focusing on health and food security. But therefore, they're focusing more for applied research and translational research. For the applied research, designed to solve a problem related to the society in general, industrial and non-industrial society, which is including development of the new added value products. Then come to the translational research, which is multidisciplinary and multi-layer research, which is involving in a big framework to make the high value added value research to industry and non-industrial society, which is involving also the conversion of the outcomes of the basic and applied research to the higher value, which is a new platform how to translate a scientific value to a business value. Coming here for the translational research, there will be a real knowledge-based economy developer to become effective player in the national economy, solving many problems related to agriculture, food, environment, energy, and health sectors. Students' employability and engagement. Once you do applied research, your students who do master PhD especially, they are going to find a job in industry. Because if you teach them in something which is industrially oriented, and they're going to solve national and global challenges involved in solving that. Financial sustainability of the research organization, which is what I'm talking about now. Because once you do applied research, you are a magnet for industry, local and international. Creation of the new business opportunities and attracting foreign investment. I just give you a very simple example. When we do industrial research, you maybe hear about the company historically called Gisprocades, which is DSM now, which is in Holland, which is the biggest manufacturer of penicillin in the world, and also manufacturer of many antibiotics. They're very famous, DSM. They move most of their operation now to Mexico. Why Mexico? Because of the universities there and research organization. They start to work more with industry. Then they find the talent. They find a platform to support the industry. Therefore, they move there. Not only Mexico now, they find many countries. We can say the least developed country, people said, it's not in Europe, not in the United States. Those in East Europe, in Southeast Asia, once they move to industrial research and they move to financial sustainability plan in collaboration with industry, they become a magnet for international investment. Serve as a knowledge hub and solution provider in international level, and act as local investor developer and foreign investment magnet. This is here in Malaysia platform. I think it's the same of Egypt. We have governmental fund and industrial projects. Governmental fund we have here in RGS, which is for basic and applied research a little bit. We have e-science fund. We have a techno fund, which is to develop from prototype to develop a prototype products, research university fund and GUP fund and others, which is governmental fund. This is good for publication and good for students and good for financial sustainability. If you have a portfolio between both, not only governmental fund or only industrial fund, but industrial project we are focusing more in, which goes R&D basic research, techno-industrial research, technology transfer, adaptation and development, process industrialization, large-scale manufacturing, research technology development incubators, contract manufacturing, and consultation and service. You see, you are not limited yourself with the governmental fund. I say usually governmental fund like rainy and non-rainy season, you cannot control. The government have some fund this year, maybe next year they don't have fund. They have fund in this direction more, maybe you cannot attract some fund for your organization. Then the people are waiting for governmental fund, but they forgot about industrial fund. I would like just to mention to you, there are two types of researchers. One type of researcher just all of his life just writing proposals to get money from government. And another researchers, most of his life proposal come to him from industry. And he said, wait, I don't have time for you until I have new people to work with me. It means one is looking for fund. The second one, the fund is looking for him. And try to position yourself usually in the second one. For me, I just give you an example. Most of my life, I just love to work with industry. Because of industry, give you a lot of flexibility and collaboration, and your students find a job in the future. Therefore, having both, good for publication, good for students, and good for financial sustainability. Coming to the triple helix framework. For this triple helix framework, this is used for innovation framework. I think most of you work with the innovation life cycle. They talk about government, academia, and industry. But the same triple helix framework we use for financial sustainability. Academia means here, academia and research organization together. They work with the government for help them in a policy development and policy formulations and supporting them for innovation life cycle. And they collaborating heavily with industry for solving the problems, SMEs, and they're working for the interventions, and they help in a big picture in a business. But not only triple helix nowadays, we have quadruple helix and quintuple helix, innovations helix. And this is used the same we use for financial sustainability. University, industries and companies, governmental sectors, civil society, and natural environments. We consider all these cycles together to work for the innovation and financial sustainability as well. We can use the same platform. When you look for financial sustainability of a university, financial sustainability of the university, to have a world-class research university like we have here now in IBD, we are currently number 203 in the world, according to QS, and we are in the top, I think now we are number 83 in the chemical engineering. When we're talking about having world-class research university, we have a physical facility and laboratories as infrastructure, then have academic research programs, then you have human capital researchers and non-academic staff. We have different pillars. Based on this, the university can grow. We have here quality of service, quality of research, and innovation capability. And we have also quality of teaching and learning. But usually for financial sustainability of the university, most of the university, especially the new one, they look for how to increase my finance. They think about increase the intake, increase the number of students, or increase the fees. And in my opinion, this is a very simple game. And if you have a principal of international school, they can play it better than president of a university. Because this is the main game of the university, the easy money, which is not sustainable. Why it's not sustainable? Because there is a big competition among universities worldwide. And maybe some universities that cannot have a good intake and they cannot increase the fees. But they have some weak pillars of quality of research and innovation capability, especially for new university. But if you look for the world-class research institutes, we don't have teaching and learning, but we have here products development, quality of research, innovation capability, and providing solutions. By the way, the slogan of this year of UTM given by our president or vice chancellor, which is innovating solutions to industry. And this is the slogan of the UTM for this year. The financial sustainability of the research institutions come from governmental fund, which is, as I mentioned, which is non-sustainable. Then NGOs, like in Egypt, you have Masr al-Khair and other organizations, Suez organization and others. International fund, industrial fund, which is, in my opinion, is the most sustainable one. Service and consultation, training program, and technology licensing. Then you can have a portfolio of activity for your financial. We need to understand something before we work with industry. R&D in academia and R&D in industry. R&D in academia, we have a publications and R&D results. But in industry, they don't publish a lot. They're just focusing on the know-how and they're focusing on the IB. The R&D is to meet scientific programs objective as a long-term, the best possible solution on budgetary constraints. But the R&D here is a short-term and most of the time, best cost-effective solutions. R&D results is a technology, but R&D results here is the product's prototype. They need to produce something for their company. This is highly collaborative among researchers, but among industry is highly competitive. You cannot find two industries work together easily. Unclear IBD situations, we have here joint ownership of the R&D. In this case, different organizations love to share the R&D together, but for the industry, they need to have clear IB situations because the R&D result is part of their intellectual capital. They cannot share with others easily. Funding from public, but here financing mainly from private in terms of industry. This is a sharing with you when you're talking about research to market, which is we face most of the time in research organization. We do R&D, fantastic R&D with the Q1, Q2 publications, fantastic in a discovery. But when you go to market this research and go to the large scale, the first questions for the people, they're going to ask you, how much does it cost to produce 1 kg or 1 gram of your product? You cannot answer this question because we need to go through pilot plans. Then you go from a scientific value to industrial value. Whatever you spend in the R&D, consider as a negative cash flow. Once you start industrializing, it's become a positive cash flow. And then in this case, you fully answer the question, how much does it cost to produce 1 gram or 1 kg of your products or 1 unit of your products? Therefore, what we have something called a value of death. The value of death is you have converting scientific knowledge to a business value. And I think for many research organizations in Egypt, like CERTA, like NRC and many others, they have a piloting plant. And this is the job of the pilot plant. How to convert a scientific value to a business value, large scale manufacturing. Then you can find solutions how to convert that. But we need to think about the big picture. It's not only us. We need to work with many organizations in the country. Like example, how we do it here is the same, I think we can implement in Egypt, is the same platform. When you're talking about research, development, and innovation phase, we need to have highly influenced or highly efficient education system, which is Ministry of Higher Education, supporting program for innovation research, like in Egypt, we have STDF, and we have Egyptian Academy of Science Technology, development of the human capacity building program, which is including Ministry of Labor and Ministry of Finance. And then technology innovation phase, which is establishment of technology incubator system with a pilot study, which is including support of different ministry, industrial development fund, co-investment with industry and different ministries, human capital development through in a technical level through a Ministry of Labor, and then industrialization, which is supported in platform for industry, which is having a big picture through this, through different stakeholders, to move from a scientific value to a business value, crossing the valley of death. Again to our story, academia-industry relationship as one of the tools is not the only tool for financial sustainability, but this is the big chunk of the tools I use this for working with the industry. Traditional research institute as a house of knowledge. They have some sort of teaching. They are also teaching in the university, and they also do summer course programs or whatever. Basic applied research, serving society, and limited applied research. They enjoy academic freedom and they open discourse. It means they can publish whatever. Industry, they manage the knowledge for profit. But what's the relation between both? We ask usually, please support us in some programs, please do some donations, and we have support them in human capital, IB, and prototype. But this relationship is non-sustainable. Once the industry, they have some constraint in budget, they forgot about research institutes because they are not in the Helix to develop or to fund the research. Therefore, to have a sustainable industrial collaboration, there are different platforms. And with this, you do through translational research, by the way. You go through analytical service. Analytical service in many research organizations may be non-profit, but it's a magnet for industry. Maybe you don't make a profit from your central laboratory, but please continue with it because your industry know your address, because you support them through analytical service. Then you go for, after that, you will ask for training and capacity building program. When you meet your researchers and they are comfortable with the results you provide to them, why not to make some training for us, customized training for us? Because of continuous training is very important for industry. Fully funded research by industry and many others. Then we go joint funded research with a clear return of investment. This is one of the model we can also do jointly funded research. It means you are not giving them money, but in this case, you can calculate some of your contribution as your investment. And then once the product's coming out, you can have some royalty. Then the other level of engagement, which is I'm going to show to you, research technology development incubator with a joint laboratory with consultation, satellite R&D laboratory inbound and outbound. Inbound, it means inside your institutes or inside your center, you have joint laboratory with industry, not in another building, it's inside your own building. This joint laboratory, this is the inbound. Outbound, in company, you're going to have your joint laboratory over there. And we practicing these two models, which is I showed to you in my lecture. The basic of techno-industrial collaboration, you need to understand the business requirement in terms of technology and human capital. When you speak with your industry, don't talk to them, okay, I have these publications, I'm invite speaker here, there, I'm editor. They don't understand that. They need to show to them what's the added value you're going to deliver to them. And they respect and appreciate you as a scientist, but you need to attract them with some added value. Understanding the business culture, how to increase the business performance of our partner. This is a very important. With ideas, how to improve their business. Improve business, it doesn't mean improve scientific value. You improve a business value of their product. Understanding the word innovation in both scientific and business communities. The word innovation for us as a scientist is different from industry completely. Industry innovation, it means they increase sales. I give you an example. If you say in Ramadan, if you have a mineral water company and they put Bakkar on the top as a labels, they increase sales. It's called innovation. For us, it said, what's this idea? It's not innovation for us at all. No, for them, it's called innovation. But if you are a good scientist, and we're going to have some prebiotic in the water, and which is also or something now new trends in the world called a silica water to enhance immune system is a scientific value now. If you put your scientific value with their business value, then it's going to be unbeatable product. And this is what we try to understand them. And you need to understand what's the industry need. Then you're going to have a successful long-term collaboration. Now, I showed to you a segregated model, but this is integrated model. how to bring your research institutes with industry as integrated platform, not collaborated platform. We do together industrial research, joint techno-industrial platform, integrated research with you and industry together. Then in this case, it will be sustainable relationship. Research organization is critical players for the exist of the company. I give you a very simple example. I'm also adjunct professor at Shizuoka University, Japan. Shizuoka University, they have a strong collaboration with, because in Shizuoka City, they have Yamaha and they have Suzuki. And these two companies, they integrated their research in Shizuoka University. For sure, Shizuoka University, don't worry about finance. I give you a very simple example. If one of the centers in Egypt, they work together with Toshiba Al-Arabi and they become their center of innovation, they feel secure as far as Toshiba Al-Arabi exists, they are exist financially. Or Asfour, we have many big companies in Egypt, very big corporates. If you just attract them to work with you, then it will be, as far as they are exist in national, international market, you feel secure in terms of finance. This is the idea I give here. And also I do practice this idea in our institute here. Sometimes you work with a small and big company. Once you work with a big company, you feel secure once you deliver what they need. Why do we need cooperation with industry? Academic research and financial performance are the main pillars nowadays. Sustainability, again, for international research university and research organization. Equally important, we need to think about our students and our kids and their future. We create a job, human capital quality, which is needed in industry. This is, in my opinion, this is the most added value we can give to the society. We create talent, which is really needed by industry. I think nowadays in academia, like in Malaysia and Egypt, is the same similar. 40 years ago, if someone having a PhD, for sure, they're going to have a job in university. But nowadays, it's called overqualified and very difficult to find a job. Most of our PhD, master PhD here in our university, they are non-permanent at all. They just doing master PhD, and after that, they look for a job. And where is they going to go? The number of new university is not increased as much as to taking all those people. I think worldwide, I think everyone talk about the postdoc. Postdoc still jobless, by the way, by definition, because of they jump from one job to other job, and maybe some of them 10 or 15 years do like this. But if they are trained in a master or PhD, something needed by industry, for sure, they will be in the companies before they finish. And I'm proud to say most of my students nowadays, they are in industry. From Lonza, Switzerland, they are graduate from UTM, now they work in Lonza. They work in Biocon, which is the biggest insulin company in Southeast Asia. And many other companies, All Cosmos, Industries, Berhard, and many others. Before they finish, the company asks to hire them because they need talent, but talent oriented to industry. Now, how to collaborate with industry? The company come in the right side and look for academia. She need my money. And the academia thinking they are more talented. He think to steal my knowledge. This is typically worldwide, by the way. There is such a bridge. We need to break the ice between them. And we need to understand both are equally important to each others. No one not looking for your money, and also industry will not steal your knowledge. Moving from H-bond relationship to triple bond relationship. I think some of the chemists are here in the platform. Therefore, I use this term. H-bond is very weak bond in the water. Just we heat, you just break the bond. But we look from H-bond to triple bond. Number one, trust to keep confidentiality of the project. Honor the non-disclosure agreement signed. Most of the company usually worry from academia about the secrecy of their project. Therefore, they don't come to academia. They need to keep their product secret. Therefore, most of the company, to make them comfortable, in the first meeting said, okay, let's sign NDA, non-disclosure agreement, which is legally binded. Whatever said in this meeting is confidential. Then you understand the meaning of importance of confidentiality for the companies. Second, trust you can deliver what promised. They need to trust you that you will deliver what you promised. In terms of quality and terms on time, don't give over promise. Tell them what you can do. Don't give any over promise. They will appreciating that. Trust you will be not future direct or indirect source of business threat for them. Neither supporting competitors nor being a competitor yourself. This is one of the biggest issues. Many universities or research organizations said, make spin-off, make spin-off, make spin-off. Fine. What does it mean making spin-off? It means you will compete in industry. Then researchers need to position themselves. Are you going to serve industry or going to compete industry? I give you an example. If I say now I'm in Egypt, I work with Crystal Asfour. I am one for glass technology and develop something for them for polishing or something for crystal. And they see that I have my spin-off company under my name with my knowledge. Then I'm their competitor. They will, for sure, they will not come comfortable with that. But if they know that I will support their platform, they love to work with me, they give me a project, even I will be in the board of the company. Then they need to position yourself. How to catch industry mind and heart? First, break the ice, but don't be so hot to burn the relationship. What does it mean? Break the ice, it means, yes, I have the project. Make them the mindset you are not looking for their money first. Because of their mindset, okay, you don't have enough income, they come to me to have a couple of pounds. Break this relationship, break this ice first. How to break this ice? Said, okay, you will fund my students. You are going to fund the chemicals. You're going to fund this and fund that. But automatically they say to you, I love also to fund you. But don't burn the relationship. It means, you know, I know about business. One day I plan to have a company like your company. Then it's burned the relationship. Never give over promise. Speak their language. It means think about what they need from this project as a value. Highlight the value of your support in terms of return of investment. Listen and learn from them. Don't speak too much. As they speak, you can also speak. But I like too much working with industry in the first meeting, hear from them what they need exactly. Frame the scope of cooperation. Limitation to work with others. It means because if you're going to be limited to work with the competitors, never work with competitors, you will lose both. Propose package of relationship, not just a project. Big companies need one-stop center for everything. Like example, when we say National Research Center or CERTA, okay, I'm going to develop products for you. And my colleagues in another institute can develop the packaging. Another one can have clinical trials, provide a complete solution for them in one place. This is a very good. Even if you don't have in your laboratory, through your network with other center, provide your network to them. Then they are not jumping from one institute to other to provide us to have a solution. Full calculation and justification of the project value. Facilities, experts, students, universities are not free. Research institutes are not free. This is what I say. Usually, sometimes companies come to us. I said, okay, like they are testing us, or said, okay, do this for me to convince me you can do the job. I don't like that. I say simply to them, okay, if your wife is pregnant, you go to the doctor, will you want to pay the fees or after delivery? It's just as a joke, okay? For sure, you're going from the first visit, you're going to pay the fees for the doctor. The same, if you're going to have for the lawyer, from before the lawyer go to the court, for sure they're going to pay. We are not free. Students are not free. We are reasonable in pricing, but we are not free. and the industry understand that. Highlight the value of intellectual capital for them. This is an example from our institute, which is a live example. I don't like to talk theoretical too much. Just I give you an example, and can we discuss about these examples? Can we do something like this or not? This is our Institute of Bioproducts Development. We are not so big. I'm honored to be the director. I have deputy director. I have here 12 full research fellow and 8 associated research fellow. What is meaning here? We are inside university, and even myself, I'm teaching in the faculty. I'm not 100% researcher. I'm in research, in management, and teaching. I examine theses. I teach 2 subjects, facility design and research methodology. It means we are not 100% pure research, not such a research centers. The number of people full research fellow, it means they are, you can say 70% of their time in research, and we have 8 associate research fellow, only 30% of their time in evaluations as an in research. We have 33 supporting staff and 40 laboratories and 2 pilot plants. With this, we have different departments like phytochemicals, microbial process analysis, analytical and ISO laboratories, and then we have cosmeceutical fragrance and food and nutraceutics. Our platform is focusing on 2 things: herbal and microbial bioprocessing for production, large-scale manufacturing of herbal and microbial, as well as a formulation for food, nutraceutical, and cosmeceutical products. I just described to you the niche area, and after that, I show to you about the financial sustainability model. Our university challenge, which is every university challenge, income generation for financial sustainability, research performance for high quality publications and ranking. I think everyone in the world thinking about these 2. Our institutional mission, we look for opportunities and threats. We make SWOT analysis. We set our KPI, and every 3 months, we have strategic reformulation of the performance and the program elaborations and implementation and feedback control system to ensure we are in the right track. The IBD process platform in the institute work as technology transfer in biotechnology companies, technology developer, contract research organization, and incubator for some companies, and innovation in process development partners. The value chain we provide, we do contract research, products development, professional service, short courses and training, which is paid, very well paid, high quality publications, and then we have certification for the ISO, halal certifications, and the GMAC, which is to cultivate recombinant microorganisms. Then we have a performance plan and schedules and executions for control and result measurement. And we have also a very big global visibility for as institutes. Our core value, collaboration with industry, research activities, professional training and consultancy, community service, joint laboratory, and non-academic activities. Even non-academic people, the people in management, it means in a normal management, like HR, like filing or whatever, or technicians, we have a program for them, for local and international. How we run financial sustainability plan. Contract research. Okay, we're going to have like example, here in Malaysia, if we have governmental fund, university cannot touch. This is from government to researchers. If, as I remember, in Egypt, we're going to have international fund with National Science Foundation, we have overhead of 17.5%. And which is bark in the institute for operational budget. And this is a very good model. The same for your contract research, we can have at least 10% of this money come for your financial sustainability plan. In some universities, I give an example like Lund University, which is I collaborate with them, they take about 40% to the university. The second thing here, professional service. Once you have analytical service and laboratory or contract manufacturing, you need to secure, you have 30% net profit. Short courses and training, you need to secure 30% net profit. You calculate the fees and then the people per hours who teach in these courses, and then the institute need to have 30% net profit. And then product licensing, I have a coming with a model, because the people here, even myself, when you develop a product, I use the facility of the institute to make it sustainable. We have a model called the 50-30-10-10. Whatever I license as a product or technology licensing, 50% go to the inventors who develop this technology. 30% come to the institute. 10% go to faculty and 10% go to the university. Then everyone is happy and it will be sustainable. Why we need financial sustainability in our institute? We're going to be surprised maybe. The salary is fully paid by the government, by the university. But researchers, for sure, they need more income for the researchers and supporting staff. Maybe salaries, they need better income, then we support this for better income. It's not a shame for researchers to have a higher income once they work more. Second, support research activities, conferences, ABC, products development, and so on and so on. We don't have here Professor Wala Shita, who's very generous, who say, whoever publish in Springer, I will pay the ABC. University don't pay ABC. Here, you need to have your own money. You need to have project. Governmental fund is very competitive and very difficult. Then you need to work with industry. Industry, even if you put some money for ABC, they love to give you money. They don't care. Once you deliver, do whatever. This is the slogan of the industry. Then going conferences, I go conferences only from the fund of the industrial fund. We don't have a fund internally here inside institute. And then for maintenance, for buildings and equipment, we need some fund. Supporting international cooperation. And then feel safe, not affecting by yearly change of the governmental support. Then you have your own supporting budget. Financial performance and financial sustainability and research, we cannot separate in our KPI. We have two KPIs inside the institute, one for research performance, another one for financial performance, which is I show to you, which is have been presented to the top management of the university. 2021, the vice president of the University for Research Innovation asking each research institute to show what's their futuristic plan for 5 years. And we put research performance and financial performance. We say we're going to have indexed publication, 100 publications every year. And the green one, what we achieved in 2021, 2022, co-authorship with international 50% to say you are international center. With industry, we have also joint publication. We have every year to have books. Our RO citations means our technician. They need to have more than 70 citations according to Google Scholar to show their visibility, and they work with us. MOA, we need to have 5 every year. Last year, we have 16. Technology joint laboratory, which is I'm going to show to you what's the meaning here. With industry inside IBD, we plan to have 5, and we have already 5. Satellite R&D laboratory, which is outside IBD, and we were stuck by COVID. It was not easy to do, but for this year, we plan to have 2. And then what's increased from year to others, and we have a monitoring for this. Come to the financial performance. We need to have gross income from non-governmental fund, from industry, then we're going to have a net profit. Why the net profit decrease? Because we invest. My concern about the net profit, not to make money, just to continue as a sustainable. Products development every year, number of product licensing, and then accreditation to keep our accreditation for the ISO, MISTI, Halal, JMAC, HACCP. We need to have this accreditation. Then again, I think you remember these slides. We go from analysis, training, fully funded research, joint funded research, research technology development. We work with many industry, from shaking hand to collaboration and integration. We do R&D basic research with many companies here in Malaysia, techno-industrial development agreement, technology transfer, adaptation and development, process industrialization, research technology development incubator for companies, contract manufacturing and consultation. And then we have something called a joint laboratory, which is we have in our institute with industry. When the company come to us and they say, we need to have joint laboratory, we put a certain formula. But again, before I start talking about this, I understand different cultures, even with us here in Malaysia. They said, are you selling our institute? Or are you renting our institute? No. Joint laboratory is neither selling or rental of our laboratories. It's for joint activities for specific time, for research projects. If I have a big project, more than 100,000 ringgit, which is about 22,000 USD per year, it's worthy to have a joint laboratory. This joint laboratory is one of the laboratory inside the department for this project. And then based on this model, this joint laboratory with industry, we have also joint laboratory with academia. I think different organizations and universities, they do it worldwide. One of them, we have here joint laboratory with universities. I give you very simple formulations. We have one joint laboratory with Shizuoka University, Japan, here in our institute. Why? As I know, as a professor in Japan, some money cannot go out of Japan. But when we have a project, we said this joint laboratory almost like you are still in Japan. Then they allow to make transaction for this joint laboratory. Student exchange, when they apply for their governmental fund for student exchange, the government they love to send to a joint laboratory. Therefore, this is one of the tactics how to collaborate with international. This is an example for our joint laboratory with industry, which is already exists here. We have joint laboratory for HG chemicals. We have joint laboratory with a company called Nutrition Technology, which is a British company, and they have subsidiary company in Malaysia. And we have with Shizuoka University, which is academic joint laboratory. How's this joint laboratory looks like? We have another one with Satira Biotech's Dumberhard. Most of the equipment we purchase either from the project or the company put their own equipment. Means I'm not using our equipment, which is in the laboratories, but they have access to others. Let's say I don't have central autoclaves, then the company can still use, or centralized big equipment they can use and they pay service, and they love to do that. This is just as simple examples. They have office and they have a laboratory, and this is the joint laboratory. How we start the relationship. This is an example for one of the very successful story with one company, which is called Real Strong, which is the biggest biofertilizer company in Southeast Asia now. We start with small project for nitrogen fixing bacteria. Then we have complete techno-industrial platform. And then we have many, many projects up to the 2+2 models. We help them to penetrate Saudi Arabian market through our collaboration with King Saud University. Through this, we create a job for our students. The 5 students now running the R&D in the company are my ex-students. They help We help them to having listed in Taiwan stock market. And we have many projects value about 4,000 million ringgit, which is, you can calculate, about 30 million Egyptian pound. We have long-term collaboration with them, from cooperation in scientific project to R&D incubation to 2+2 models. We have a publication together. We have products, first generation, second generation. We have a patent together. And by the end of the day, they were inside the institutes for almost 10 years. And then they have large scale manufacturing inside the institute for almost 10 years. But now they have their own factory, another company coming in. This is at glance. When we talk about financial sustainability, go together with the research performance. Don't forget the number of the people we have. We have 4 academic staff, which is 70% research, and we have 8 only associate research fellow. And for the last year, we have 110 publication, 52 Q1, Q2. We have 2 of our researchers are top 2%, and MOA, MOU 16. We have also joined international conference overseas. It means we are not forgot about research performance. We keep both together. I think research performance is fantastic, but at the same time, I'm not worried about the finance. This is publications, 2017. When I start being a director, first year, we have 45 from 23, and then we increase up to 111 up to 2022. It means financial performance. It doesn't mean we stop research. No, it's reflect on increasing our performance in research as well. Visibility and internationalization plan. We have in our institute monthly webinar, which is, I love if you join the IBD webinars every month. And I would like to invite some also from NRC and CERTA to be our guest speakers. Business Engagement Day, we do it twice every year. It's not just open day. We have open day and business engagement day, which is different because it's different target. Business and trade fairs, we do joint organizing conference, locally and international. We signed MOA, MOU. Yeah, I would like just to share this with you. MOU is non-commitment, no money. Therefore, I never signed MOU with any company. I told them, if you are serious, sign MOA. MOU, like I sign UTM signing MOU with CERTA because of non-profit to non-profit. But when you come to the company, talk with them to sign MOA, not MOU. We have focusing on publication income generation, take-home message. Financial performance is equally important as research and innovation performance to ensure the sustainability of the whole organization. Both are completely complementary to each other's. Cooperation with the society and industry as integrated triple helix platform, short-term, mid-term, and long-term, is crucial to secure enough fund for financial sustainability. Income based on one source of finance is very risky, and to design a financial performance portfolio is one of the main tasks nowadays in research organization management. Financial sustainability and financial performance culture is very important to be implemented, which is took me also a lot of time to be implemented in the organization. People need to understand why they need to have financially performance of the organization. They need to understand that. As part of the strategic planning, strategic planning and in any research organization, but it's not only the director job. It's not only the job of the boss, it's everyone's job. And they need to be cascaded down in a good way with a lot of strategic planning. With this, I would like to thank you very much. I'm sitting here in this management. This is my room here, management building, and we have 2 big buildings of the institutes. Institute of Bioproducts Development in the southeast part of Malaysia, close to Singapore. We have already MOU with CERTA, and looking soon, inshallah, to have another one with NRC. We have a lot of collaboration with NRC. And with this, I would like to say thank you very much.
الشكر لحضرتك دكتور هشام على هذه المحاضرة الرائعة. نفتح باب الأسئلة بعد إذن حضرتك لو في أي حد عنده سؤال.
إيه.
يا دكتور منى، دكتور عبير، في أسئلة من عند حضراتكم؟ دكتور منى، دكتور عبير، في أي أسئلة عند حضرتك؟
في البداية أنا عايزة أشكر الدكتور هشام على المحاضرة الرائعة اللي هو قدمها، واللي فعلا تطرقت إلى مواضيع كتيرة جدا احنا كلنا النهارده مهتمين بيها جدا. ازاي التعاون مع الصناعة، وايه هي العقبات فعلا اللي احنا بنواجهها معاه. وفعلا الدكتور هشام حط ايده على النقط، عدم الثقة اللي بيننا وبينهم، احنا بنخاف من ناحيتنا في ايه وهم بيخافوا من ناحيتهم في ايه. بس النقطة الثانية اللي أنا فعلا عايزة أعمل ستريس عليها أو إن أنا أهتم بيها، إزاي أنا عندي، يعني حضرتك طبعا عند حضرتك في تجربة ناجحة جدا في المعامل في الجامعة عند حضرتك، قدرت فعلا تكسر الجزئية بتاعة التخوف مع الصناعة، وفعلا قدرت إن أنت تعمل معامل وخصصتها إن هي تكون بتتمول من الصناعة، وفي نفس الوقت بتخدم الاتجاهات البحثية، وبتخدم في نفس الوقت اتجاهات العميل او الشريك الصناعي اللي عندي. طيب حضرتك طبعا عارف احنا هنا في عندنا عقبات وفي عندنا قواعد احنا ماشيين عليها. طب ازاي احنا نحاول نتغلب عليها؟ لان انا في عندي تخوف من الباحثين ان انا اقول لهم يا جماعه احنا عايزين نخصص المعمل ده، هنشترك مع الصناعه في بروجكت معين. طب انا عايزه يعني اطمن الناس او اديهم الجايد او اللاين ازاي هم هيمشوا عليها.
والله انا اشكر حضرتك على السؤال ده، لان هو ال change the mindset. انا هقول لحضرتك على حاجه. انا طبعا ابن المدينه، واشتغلت في مصر واشتغلت في المركز، واللينك لسه موجود طبعا. مصر زي ماليزيا زي اي حته في العالم. الناس لازم تعرف ان اتجاه العالم النهارده كله ما فيش كومفورت زون، ما فيش فاينانس زي زمان، ما فيش فلوس بتيجي عشان اعمل ريسيرش وانشر بابليكيشن واترقى والدنيا ماشيه زي الفل. لا، العالم كله اختلف حتى هنا في ماليزيا. وفي عندنا مسؤوليه زياده اللي هي الطلبه. الطلبه دول مش متعينين، الطلبه دول عايزين يشتغلوا في مكان بعد ما يخلصوا. ما اديلهمش نقطه ازاي اعمل بروجرامنج للرجل الخلفيه للصرصار في وقت الزلزال. ما اوكي، انا ممكن انشر في نيتشر البحث ده زي الفل، لكن بعد كده مش هلاقي شغل. فدي مسؤوليه عندنا. النقطه الثانيه المهمه، احنا مش في كومفورت زون. لازم نفهم دي كويس. في البحث العلمي سواء عندي هنا، انا مش في كومفورت زون. انا اقول لحضرتك على حاجه، انا في لمبه لو ضربت فوقي هنا مفيش فند، انا اللي بغيرها من الفند بتاعي. الجامعه بتديني مرتبات الباحثين وسلام عليكم. معظم الفلوس رايحه تيتشنج اند ليرنينج الكليه عشان الطلبه، لكن المعاهد البحثيه تجيب فلوسها بنفسها. يعني اكون خير وبركه لو في جهاز ضخم كبير التكييف بتاع المعهد كله ضرب وهم بيحاولوا يصلحوه لي، شكرا. لكن تصليح اجهزه، نتكلم في تجديد بنشات، بينتنج، الكلام ده كله لازم يبقى عندي فند. طيب الناس لما بتفهم الكلام ده ان في شورتج في الفند، بتبدا تتعامل معايا وتتفهم. ده رقم واحد. رقم اتنين، طبعا الحته الباحثين في اي حته، حتى عند حضرتك في المدينه او هنا في ماليزيا، دكتور هشام بيأجر المعهد، دكتور هشام باع المعهد. لا، ولا أجرت ولا بعت. هو مشروع كبير واخده باحث من الزملاء مش بتاعنا، او حتى هو معظمهم بتوعي انا باي ذا واي، لان انا شغال اكتر واحد مع الصناعه، وبيشتغلوا الناس معايا وعارفين ان المشروع ده مشترك. حاجه من اتنين، لما تبقى المعاهد او المعهد كله عندي كله ريسيرش وما عنديش فلوس، يبقى احنا كلنا بنبص لبعض ومش عارفين نعمل ايه. لا اما جوه المعهد عندي في شركه بتيجي تاخد واحد جوين لابوراتوري، بنشتغل معاهم وبيشتغلوا معانا في مشروع بحثي. في الحاله دي الشركات بتحب الكلام ده ليه؟ عشان لما بيجي لهم فيزيتورز انترناشونال بيجيبوه عندي بيقولوا احنا بنشتغل مع اليو تي ام. طيب انا معظم الشركات اللي اشتغلت معاها بعد كده من الناس اللي جم زاروني، ما هي بتديني فيزيبيليتي. الناس بتيجي وبتعرف المكان وبتيجي لا ده انت شغال مع شركه كذا، يبقى انت فعلا مجرد انك اشتغلت مع شركه كذا يبقى انت فعلا هاي بيرفورمر، ان الشركه وثقت فيك انك تشتغل معاها. انا ساعات يا دكتوره منى في شركات بتجيلي تقول لي مثلا كان قصه نجاح الكبير مثلا اول كوزموس، لان انا وصلت معاهم لغايه الستوك ماركت بتاع تايوان. شركه تيجي تقول لي انا عايزك تعمل معايا زي اول كوزموس، قلت لهم انتوا عارفين انا اشتغلت ازاي مع اول كوزموس؟ يقول لي ما نعرفش، اعمل لنا الار ان دي بلاتفورم فروم اي تو زي. في شركات كده، في كذا ميكانيزم، ومصر في مليون ميكانيزم ممكن يتعمل. مش فكره لوكال، انترناشونال اند ريجونال كومباني. في انفستورز كتير موجودين في مصر، احنا بس نوك ذا دور ونقول لهم ان احنا مفتوحين فور جوين لابوراتوري، مفتوحين فور جوين ريسيرش، وبنتكلمش معاهم ان احنا هناخد منهم ايه، بس نسمع منهم هم عايزين ايه. لكن الاوبورتيونيتيز والفرص كتير. انا دايما زمايلي هنا بيقولوا لي حتى انا عندي محاضره على الجامعه كلها بعد بكره على الاندسترياليزيشن. دايما بقول لهم، بيقولوا انت يو ار يعني الحمد لله رب العالمين واخد جائزه الجامعه كذا مره لاكثر واحد تعامل مع الصناعه. فبيقول ازاي بتعامل مع الصناعه؟ قلت لهم ولا انا بتكلم ماليزي ولا اعرف الكالتشر الماليزي، فانتم المفروض تجيبوا مشاريع اكتر مني. يعني انتم بتتكلموا نفس اللغه، بتتكلموا نفس الكالتشر، فالمفروض تجيبوا مشاريع اكتر مني. بس النقطه هنا اللي الفرق بقى ديليفري، انك انت مش لازم تتكلم اللغه، تتكلم لغته بتاعت الصناعه، فهو بيفهمك، بيعرف انت عايز منه ايه وهو عايز منك ايه بالظبط. لكن في اوبورتيونيتيز ضخمه، يعني ما اقدرش اقول ان الشركات المصريه ما فيهاش شغل، لا فيها شغل ضخم جدا، بس تو ابروتش ونكسر حته الكومفورت زون، ان احنا مستنيين فلوس من الحكومه، البادجت جه ولا ما جاش، الاس تي دي اف كل مشاريع دماغها بس اس تي دي اف، او الاكاديميه نزلت مشاريع. لا، في حاجه ضخمه جدا، الفلوس كلها مش ولا في الاكاديميه ولا في الاس تي دي اف، الفلوس في الصناعه. يعني انا مثلا متخيل اقول لحضرتك كده سمر مون مثلا المفروض يعملوا جوين لابوراتوري عندكم مثلا، وغيرها من الشركات، يعني يبداوا يحركوا الكوبريشن من مرحله كولابوريشن عادي لمرحله انتجريشن بقى وشغل مشترك.
هو اعتقد فعلا ان حضرتك بتقول هي منطقه الكومفورت زون، واحنا اعتقد ان احنا عندنا الكومفورت زون عندنا بدات تتهز عندنا كمان، ما بقاش في يعني في توجه عام ان الكومفورت زون ده مش هيفضل كتير، سواء على مستوى حتى ابسط شيء، حتى الترقيات. يعني لازم بدا يدخل فيها الجزء اللي هي اللي الناس كلها قايله انا بعمل بابليكيشن عشان اترقى، بدا لا حاليا لا، ده خلي بالكم ده في جزء صناعي، في جزء تعاون مع صناعه، في جزء حاضنات، في يعني توجه عام للجزئيه دي. فبالتالي ان احنا يعني زي ما بيقولوا ايه، يعني نتحرك بكيفنا بدل ما تبقى غصب عننا. بالظبط كده، بالظبط. لان احنا كمان وفي نفس الوقت حضرتك بتتكلم عن سمر مون، فعلا احنا حاليا في كلام بيننا وبينهم على ان احنا فعلا نعمل حاجه مع بعض نشتغل نبدا بيها. واعتقد هي الجزئيه الاولانيه هي اول تعاون او اول معمل يتعمل يبقى في مشاركه مع الصناعه، لو ده اتعمل اعتقد بعد كده 90% من المشكله بتاعتنا هتتحل.
هي تشتغل بي سي ار بعد كده.
بالظبط. انا دكتور عبيد عايز اسال حضرتك على حاجه
دلوقتي زي ما الدكتوره منى قالت لحضرتك يا دكتور هشام، هو فعلا في اوريدي تعاون المفروض مع سمر مون، بس برضه انا شايفه ان في تخوف سواء من المدينه من الباحث الرئيسي للبروجكت اللي عنده او الماده اللي احنا هنبدا نشتغل فيها ونتعاون فيها، حتى مع الشركه نفسها. فانا دي برضو مش عارفين نكسر الحاجز ما بيننا وما بينهم، في تخوف، الدنيا بتمشي ببطء برضو شويه، مش عارفه برضو ايه اللي يعني نشيل الحاجز دوت ازاي، او ازاي نخلي ما يبقاش في تخوف سواء للباحث نفسه او للشريك الصناعي ان هو يشتغل بقلبه وما يبقاش في تخوف ما بيننا وما بينه.
ده انا اصلا انا حضرتك انا قلت مثل سمر مون ليه؟ لان
بس هو
صاحب
فعلا في
الشركه
تعاون.
هو في المدينه، يعني اذا كان هو عضو مجلس امنا تقريبا معاكم او كذا،
ايوه
فاذا ده
ايوه
اقرب واحد الناس ما تخافش منه، ده هو اقرب واحد المفروض
هو
يقول لا انا
هو في
هاخد
تعاون
الكلام ده
فعلا.
كموديل.
تمام. بس المفروض ان في اجراءات وفي حاجات كده المفروض ان احنا علينا وعليه، فالمفروض الاجراءات دي احنا شغالين فيها. بس انا ملاحظه ان بيبقى في تخوف منه برضه من الشريك الصناعي، يعني مش يعني كنا الاول شغالين باكتف شويه والدنيا ماشيه، بعد شويه يعني الدنيا هتمشي يعني. بس يعني ربنا يعمل الخير على زي ما الدكتوره منى بتقول، هو لو منتج واحد بس اشتغل والباحثين شافوا حاجه زي كده، ده هيشجع بقيه الباحثين في المدينه بالمنتجات الكتيره اللي هي موجوده عندنا، يبداوا منهم يدخلوا مع شركاء صناعيين في شركات ثانيه ان شاء الله.
ان شاء الله يا فندم.
ان شاء الله. شكرا دكتور هشام.
اعتقد
دكتوره منى ودكتوره عبير. اتفضلي يا دكتوره منى.
لا، انا كنت بس عايزه اقول حاجه تانية بالنسبه للتعاون مع الصناعه، وازاي ان احنا نعمل كجوينت حاجه مشتركه مع بعض احنا والصناعه. ده هل احنا برضو ممكن ان احنا نستفيد ان احنا وهم ناخد فند من اي جهه اخرى؟ بالعكس، اعتقد ان في حاجات زي كده حتى بتبقى تبع تحديث الصناعه او كده، لمشاريع صغيره بتبقى عايزه، ممكن بالعكس احنا الاثنين مع بعض نعمل سبورت لبعض ناخد منهم فند.
هو حضرتك كان في افتكر زمان كان في الماتشنج فاند ل 50% 50%، اللي هو حضرتك ممكن ببساطه لو اتجهتي في سكه مثلا جوين لابوراتوري، اصل جوين لابوراتوري ده بيج بروجرام، يعني مثلا مشروع لمده 3 سنين وهو هيدفع فلوس. فلو حضرتك في الحاله دي مثلا الوزاره او الاس تي دي اف بتساهم بسي 30% من عليه او 50% من عليه، اذا هو بيدخل، بس اهم حاجه نظهر له هو هيستفيد ايه. يعني انا اقول لحضرتك على حاجه، انا معظم الناس اللي هنا بالنسبه للصناعه عشان عندهم انفستمنت وعندهم انفستور بيجوا من بره وشركات دايما بيجوا يزوروني هنا ليه؟ يقول لك الار ان دي بتاعي جوه اليو تي ام، ده بيديله فاليو. يقول انا عندي ار ان دي ساتلايت ار ان دي جوه المدينه، وبيدخل بقى حضرتك زي بالظبط اللي عنده اوضه في ماريوت وبيقول لهم لا ده الماريوت ده بتاعي، يعني ايه انا عندي اكسس للسويمنج بول وعندي اكسس لده وعندي اكسس لده. فهو بيحبوا يجي مثلا المدينه يقول لا ده عندي في الجينات انجينيرنج بايو تكنولوجي الانستتيوت الكبير ده انا عندي الجوين لابوراتوري جواه، الار ان دي بتاعي جواه، وشوف المدينه الجميله دي والفاسيلتيز اللي فيها وبيت الحيوان والكلام ده انا عندي اكسس تو، فده بيديله فاليو كشركه.
شكرا جزيلا دكتور هشام، شكرا.
في الختام نشكر حضرتك دكتور هشام، نشكر حضرتك دكتوره منى، شكرا للسبورت الفني، ودائما معانا دكتور هشام في مزيد من المحاضرات والافادات. اشكرك شكرا جزيلا، والسلام عليكم ورحمه الله وبركاته.
عليكم السلام ورحمه الله وبركاته. شكرا جزيلا دكتوره منى، شكرا جزيلا دكتوره بروفيسور هبه، دكتوره عبير. كان شرف ليا النهارده ان انا اكون معاكم ات هوم النهارده، وان شاء الله نتقابل بقى فيزيكال قريب باذن الله.
ان شاء الله يا دكتور هشام، شكرا جزيلا لحضرتك يا فندم، شكرا جزيلا.
ان شاء الله. شكرا.